Hi, everybody. Not sure what's going on. Teach, what's going on? I thought we were playing Masks today.
Oh, we 100% are playing masks today. Just we're doing a bit of a costume change, if you don't mind.
Okay. Right.
I didn't bring a change of clothes.
Okay, so who's DMing this whole thing?
I don't know, but I brought my support banana.
You. I'm done.
Yeah, okay.
Good night, everybody.
That was a good session, everybody. I'm glad we got this in. Well, thank you for watching. No, hi, everybody. Welcome to what I have dubbed Caelus City. And yes, this is my game because I don't know. I apparently got drafted into running this 5-6 hours ago. So, how are we all doing? We are going to be using the mask system. This is going to be fun and exciting. And it's going to be one of those types of games where I really don't care what these people do. So, yeah, let's roll with it. So,
He doesn't care about us.
I don't care about any of you. That's not true at all. I absolutely do care about you guys. So,
I mean, you never cared anyway.
yeah. So, so I guess we should start with the characters. T, did you actually figure out who you were playing today?
I figured out what I was playing.
Okay, that's positive. What are you?
I haven't. I'm playing right now with my emotional support banana.
Yes. Okay. Other than that, who are you playing, or what playbook are you in? I should ask.
Well, I have a bunch of ideas going through my head, but the problem with a lot of the things is I've used them in all of our Bay City things, and it was heavily suggested to me to not bring in my Bay City canon. So I'm going to go with something that's a little bit out of off of the way I normally play. Not the sort of orphany, happy to be here type of thing. I am going to be using the Brain playbook.
Ooh. Okay then. So let's pull that. I just happen to have that up here. Okay. So,
The little blurb here on the Brain, quote, "You've always been the smartest kid in the room. Your inventions are world-class, your tactical plans are flawless, and your mind is a steel-trap memory palace of extraordinary ideas. If only the others knew how sometimes none of that seems to matter. None of that keeps the shadows at bay. None of that can make up for what you did, or might do."
ooh. We'll get into that in a moment. I think I want to go around and just figure out what playbooks you guys are all in before I start asking background questions. So, Cham, what exactly are you playing? You're the only one I don't actually know.
That's because I only decided like about maybe 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
I was waffling. I'm going to be playing the Delinquent.
Yes!
All right. The Delinquent. Why don't you read the little blurb what the Delinquent
All right.
is?
You've got these cool powers, but everyone keeps telling you how to use them. You know what they need? Someone to give them trouble. To make sure they don't always get their way. And hey, you're the perfect hero to do it.
Okay, then. All right. So that's going to be interesting. Nora, your turn.
Yes.
I think I know what you're playing, but why don't you just tell everybody else?
I'm playing the outsider.
The Outsider. Okay, why don't you go ahead and read that little blurb while we're at it?
You're not from here. Your home is an amazing place full of beauty and wonder, but there's something to this place, something special that you're missing back home. Something human. So yeah, you'll be hanging around at least for now.
All right, perfect. So, we've got a Brain, an Outsider, and a Delinquent. This seems like this is going to go very well already. I like it. That's my play sheet. There's not an Alex in this game. Well, there might be an Alex, but it's not that Alex. So, okay. So now that we've got the characters all figured out, I guess we should go through backstories, because, otherwise, what else are we doing here? So, Teach, let's start with yours. You ready for
backstory?
So, we just go down these questions, right?
We certainly can.
Alright, so let's start with that, and then we'll go from there. So, how did you first reveal your genius to your friends or family? Actually, do you have a name? I guess we could just start with that.
I do. That's what I was typing in a minute ago, so it would actually shows up there on my character. I am Callum Henry Porter, affectionately referred to as Cal.
Cal. Okay. Is that your hero name then, or?
No, that is my real name. Cal does not currently have a hero name because, in his mind, he's not out being a hero. He's out trying to stop the horrible, horrible thing that came from his mind. We'll get into that later. It's a mechanic of the brain book, I promise.
Yes. No, I know.
Yeah, so Cal is an Asian American man, roughly about 16 years of age. Strangely enough, for a nerdy brain type, is fairly fit. Not like, oh my god, super jacked, like I'm going to be doing weightlifting on Venice Beach jacked. But he's not like the typical I'm a fat scientist who happens to be smart and I'm lazy. He's definitely not one of those. For the clothing, it's definitely on the lines of your geeky style clothing. So he definitely has shirts that says, I didn't say how big the room was, I said I cast fireball.
Right.
Things like that. Like all of the D&D nerdy shirts. And that is what you're
Absolutely.
getting with Cal.
Perfect.
Yep.
What's his age?
He's about 16.
16. Okay, that's good. Okay, so
And the costume, we will get into that. We'll get into the costume when we get there because that's kind of tied into the abilities section.
right. No, absolutely. Yeah. No, we'll get to the look in a little bit because, as you said, I know a little bit what you're doing. So, how did you first reveal your genius to your friends or family?
Well, the best way I can describe this is, have you ever seen the movie Jerry Maguire?
Actually, no.
Well, if you've seen the movie Jerry Maguire, there is a character played by Jonathan Lipnicki, and he is this little adorable kid, and he is the smartest kid in the room. Like, one of his most famous lines from that movie is, "Did you know the circumference of a human head?" And he goes off to rattle off all of that. It wasn't like one of those, "Oh, hey, by the way, surprise, I'm a genius." It was, "Oh, hey, I'm a year and a half old and can do my alphabet forwards and backwards. I'm 3 years old and I'm reading at a 6th grade level." It was not a casual, "Oh, hey, by the way, I'm smart." It's a, "Hey, guys, I'm smart."
Nice. Very nice. Okay. So, why did you decide to use your intellect for the benefit of others?
Well, at first, it was one of those situations where it's like, I'm bored. Like, I'm sitting in class, I'm like, I shouldn't be in these classes. I should be in something that's going to try and challenge me, and nothing would challenge me. So, initially, it was, I'm trying to come up with something that's going to challenge me and my intellect. And at first, it was just to keep me entertained. And then, and then the accident happened, and I knew that I had to make amends for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I at that point decided that we don't talk about that. We don't mention it. But we do everything we can to try and stop what happened, to try and fully eliminate what happened. But it was at that point where I made the active decision that we are going to do good. You have this gift. All you've been doing has been using it for recreational purposes. Don't make it worth it.
Well, since you brought up the accident, that is the next question, as to what accident or misfire taught you some sense of humility or responsibility. That thing we don't talk about.
The thing we don't talk about, and we will talk about it from a player perspective, but we will get to that again when we get to the more mechanical side of things.
That's fine.
That is part of the mechanic of the brain.
All right, so that's fine.
It was that specific accident, and it's part accident, part oh crap, I didn't realize there were people who were looking for this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B.
Not a problem. See, these other two questions kind of feel like they need to be answered after we introduce the other people. Well, who helped you realize you need other people? That one not so much.
That and yes and no. It's sort of one of those situations where the first time I sort of broke out into going out to try and find a way to start making amends, doing little things. It doesn't matter how crazy awesome your tech is. It doesn't matter how smart you are. When you get punched in the nose, it still hurts.
Right.
And when you've never been punched in the nose, you don't know how to deal with that.
Nice.
So, who helps you realize any other people? When you're sitting back and you've got the frozen bag of peas sitting on your nose that is now 3 times the size that it should be, and you're watching the news and you're seeing you're seeing these groups of people, these teams of people overcoming obstacles that they shouldn't be able to overcome, because you're looking at insurmountable odds and you're looking like there's no way they should be doing that. So it was sort of a combination of whichever random purse snatcher I decided to go after first, plus the national news, plus the teammates who we're going to be introduced to here.
Right. So I will save the last question for later, because I feel like that one should be asked after we actually learn about all the other characters. So before we do that, I'd like to give just a little bit of insight into Caelus City. You can do with this what you'd like. I kind of want to do this in between just to give everyone a little time to think about their backstory here. But Caelus City is, I would call it futuristic, but not like flying car futuristic, if that makes sense at all. It's high tech.
You assume I don't have a flying car in the back.
I'm not saying you don't have one. I'm just saying that it isn't like a normal thing in the city. Not that people aren't necessarily are going to be completely shocked by a flying car because superheroes, but it's not like Back to the Future 2015, right? But it is a high-tech city, so they're used to technology. So your version of advanced technology is even above and beyond that, okay? Like, what you've been able to create is even more so than what anybody else has seen ever in this city, and that's saying something. Cham.
Yes.
What's the name of your delinquent?
Well, I've given him his full name of Harvard L. Palmer, but he's just called Palmer around school.
Wait, are you sure you're not playing the brain? Because that's definitely a scientific name there.
It is, yes. He doesn't tell anybody his first name.
Would you write that down for me?
Yeah, we'll do. Parents had higher hopes for him than he did.
Right. Okay. Oops, that's the wrong playbook. Okay. So, what is he, like, does he have a hero name that he goes by at all? Or?
He does have a hero name. The hero name he has is Sync.
Sync.
Yes, S-Y-N-C.
Okay. I'm writing all this down, because I'll forget it otherwise. How old is Sync?
He is 15, actually. Yeah, I'll go with 15. 15 works.
15? Okay, 15 is great.
Not old enough to drive.
Perfect. Okay, so, how did you get your powers?
Well, he got his powers by coming across an old ring that he actually managed to casually pick up as it rolled outside the back of a museum van.
I just saw what they did in the abilities down here on the.
They crossed off tricks and put illusions.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's funny. Yeah, we'll go over all your abilities in a bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I just want to get stories here. What do you do for fun?
What he does for fun, I like to watch people. Specifically, I like to watch them and listen closely when they think nobody else is talking. Then when they say something really interesting, and usually maybe a little bit embarrassing, I kind of like to hint at them every once in a while that, like, I may know something.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of see how they react.
Gotcha.
But no, people watching and people listening.
So who outside the team thinks better of you than you do?
My eldest brother.
Okay, what's his name?
Gosh. Let's call him Princeton.
I see what you did there, and I like it.
Approved.
Okay, you said eldest brother. I'm just out of curiosity, how many siblings do you have?
There are 6 of us. I am child number 5.
Okay. Six children. Okay. Why do you try to be a hero?
I try to be a hero because people kind of automatically tend to think the worst of me. They tend to think I'm not going to amount to a whole lot, and they tend to think that I'm actually just going to be kind of, not as good as the others in my family. And so I kind of try to be a hero every once in a while to kind of make them realize they don't know as much as they think
Gotcha.
that they can't just assume things based upon looking.
Okay. Cool. So, we'll get into the last question and your abilities in a bit. Right now, Nora, you with us here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty, so, outsider, what is your name?
So there's 2 names.
Okay.
One we'll just leave with unpronounceable.
Right.
The other one's going to be Apollo.
Apollo. Okay. Do you have a hero name you go by, or is that going to be it?
That's going to be it.
That's what I figured. Okay. How old is Apollo, or does he know?
Well, yeah, we'll say he doesn't know.
Alright. So backstory questions. Where did you come from?
A planet called Felix.
Okay. Why did you come here? To Earth. Assuming this is Earth.
It was a mistake.
Ooh, okay.
Wrong coordinates were entered into the ship.
Okay. Well, so why do you want to stay here? At least for now.
Well, I have an owner, and he feeds me.
Get into that in a moment. Why do your people want you to come home?
Because they sent me to the wrong planet.
Fair enough. Alright, so this is where I should ask, because I didn't restrict this in any way, shape, or form. What exactly are you guys playing? As in, what species are all of you?
Well, couldn't hear a word you said there, Jam.
TG already answered that one pretty.
Yeah, I'm a human. I'm a regular old 16-year-old human male.
I'm TG's pet black cat.
Apollo, the lab cat.
Nice.
Oh, I'm playing a fox.
Okay.
Yep. Occasionally midnight black in color, but we'll get to that.
I propose right now that this hero team is the Menagerie.
Okay. So, when you say you're a cat, are you actually just like a four-legged actual cat, or what are you?
I think he left for a second, but the description that I understand is this is the black house cat version of Puss in Boots from Shrek. So standing up on 2 legs, may or may not have a rapier.
Gotcha.
Maybe 2 feet tall.
Hey, I'm not Antonio Banderas.
Unfortunately.
And so I was
no
just
kidding, right?
So I was asking, what kind of cat are you? Like, are you
Just black cat, just typical house cat.
four-legged, walk around on four
I mean, I can walk on 2 legs, but I choose to walk on 4 because I look like a house cat.
Fair enough. Okay. And Cham is just playing a fox. Anything special? I mean, other than what your abilities are, anything overly
So I
special?
have to ask I have to ask the question. What did the fox say?
I just typed in the chat as you said that.
He said he's not going to answer that stupid question.
Also, please, I know we haven't got to abilities yet, but you're playing a fox, so please tell me you're fully embracing the Kitsune heritage here and going with illusions.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Awesome.
good. Because
Okay,
if there was not, then there would be issues.
Right.
As in, I'd be disappointed in you.
Thank you.
All right. Nice. So, back to Cal. Cal, I know you have some things about your costume and whatnot, but let's go over the rest of your look. Just give it straight down.
I did that already.
Oh, you did, didn't you? I'm sorry. Abilities. That's right. I have that checked off. Abilities. What are your
Alrighty.
abilities?
You don't have any
Or one.
powers of your own, besides your incredible intellect. All of your amazing abilities come from inventions that you have created. But you're best known for one particular invention that you use regularly. Choose one. And this is going to be a variation off of the power armor or cyborg body.
Right.
The specific thing that he has created is these gloves, these gauntlets. And what these gauntlets do is they are able to manipulate the gravity in certain areas. They are basically gravity manipulation gloves. Whether it's increasing the gravity in a sphere directly around him to have bullets slow down and miss, whether it's manipulating gravity around other people to send them launching into the air, he has gravity manipulation gloves.
Okay. Gravity manipulation gloves. I like it. So when do we want to talk about that other thing?
I mean, we can talk about it right now if you'd like, because I am technically the only one with the onboard mechanic here.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and read Your Shame?
Alrighty. You have a deep and abiding sense of guilt for something that you've created or had a hand in creating. It could have been something you invented when you first came into your genius, or something you set into motion that you no longer have the power to stop. It may even be something beyond your ability to achieve again. This once-in-a-lifetime creation. Just as you're a world-class intellect, your shame is a world-class problem. Whatever the case may be, your role in its creation is not publicly known. Yet.
So, which one of these did you pick as your shame?
I picked a dangerous chemical.
Okay. Now, I don't know how much further I need to go into this. So, what did you call it, the chemical?
Well, the entire purpose, the initial purpose of the research was to, again, to try and, stimulate his brain and to do things. And initially what he was trying to do is he's like, wait, I'm the smartest guy in the room. Why can't I just find a way to cure insert disease here? And the reason I'm saying insert disease here is because that goes into part of the family backstory, as he has a younger brother who suffers from, I forget the name of it, I have it written down somewhere else, I have to go find it later, but he was looking into cure, no, literally I have it written down in another sheet, it's just not on this computer, it's on my home computer, so I have to wait till I get to that one. And he was trying to find a cure for that. And a lot of what that was, it's a lot of like muscle paralysis type of thing. So he was attempting to try and find a way to reverse engineer a way to unparalyze muscles. So what he was looking into was trying to find a way to reverse engineer botulinum.
What?
Huh?
Botulinum toxin.
Is that the? Can you write that down? Because I have no idea what that is.
Okay, it's a common. It's the most dangerous substance in the world from a chemical standpoint.
Botox.
But it's Botox. Basically, what it does, it's a powerful chemical paralysis, and it's injected into cheeks to basically paralyze the wrinkle muscles. Too much can be fatal. I said botulinum toxin is the most dangerous substance there in the world. So he was attempting to try and find a way to reverse engineer Botox or botulinum toxin to find a cure for paralysis. Unfortunately, word got out of what he was doing, and the prototype formula and all of his notes got stolen. And now there's a potential that this the substance that he created the formula for could be vaporized and weaponized, and yeah, we don't talk about that.
Right. So that was stolen. And that you said it's related to muscle paralysis.
Yeah. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. All right.
Yes, it's also the main chemical that causes the deadly food poisoning, botulism.
Right.
You know a lot about this.
Full disclosure, 2 nights ago, I was watching reruns of NCIS LA, and the first season, there's an episode where they deal with a terrorist trying to distribute botulinum toxin. So I did a lot of my research at 1:30 in the morning, watching LL Cool J and Chris O'Donnell.
Nice.
By the way, I don't care who you are, whether you like his music or not, LL Cool J is freaking jacked.
Right. Okay, so Sync.
Yes.
What are your abilities? Why don't you actually give me your look, because I don't think you've actually did that.
No, not entirely. What he has, he's actually a very scrawny looking fellow. Like he's embarrassingly thin. Like he does not look like he would be able to climb a rope for. He wears kind of too big of clothes. Like he likes to wear like a really big coat over himself to kind of like make himself look a little bit more important. But also because he thinks it looks cool. His fur is kind of typical-ish, but it's like a little bit off color, so like it's kind of like an off orange that kind of fades a bit.
Mm-hmm.
At least when he's normally dressed. When he's actually like using his powers, he actually has he transforms his fur into an absolute like black.
Okay. Nice. So
he still looks kind of scrawny no matter what he does.
Fair enough. Does he have like a costume he puts on?
The changing of his fur color so dramatically is the costume, more or less. But he usually wears a trench coat with that, like a very a heavy trench coat that he got as a hand-me-down.
Gotcha. So what powers did you take? I mean, abilities.
Teleportation and illusions.
Not tricks. Definitely not tricks. They're illusions.
Clearly.
Okay. Then, Apollo? Why don't you tell me what you look like, even though you kind of have already, and then get into your abilities.
So he's small house cat. Has a little white patch of like a white patch of fur on his chest. His abilities: telepathy and mind blasts, and radical shape shifting.
Radical.
I mean, I'm a cat.
Right. What was the first one? I'm sorry.
Telepathy and mind blast.
Radical shit. Okay then. Okay, so let's answer the last remaining question on everybody's backstory sheet. Why do you care about the team? Nora, let's start with you, just because I felt like it.
I mean, that's a good reason. So yeah, I care about the team because my owner feeds me.
I mean,
It's not a bad reason.
yeah, any reason. Cam, why do you care about the team?
I was hoping to piggyback off of Norris and like, oh, build upon this. Oh, no.
No.
Let's be honest. This is the reason Nora cares about the team right here.
Yes. Oh, yeah, temptation.
Right.
I also have to be very careful to not shake that, because if I do, I will summon my cat that I'm watching this weekend.
Meow.
Who happens to be a black 2-foot tall house cat.
Sync cares about the team because I want to say because I saw him doing something actually really nice. But he cares about the team because he kind of trusts them to know better. Like, he thinks they have kind of a higher opinion of him than most other people. And he wasn't ready for that.
Gotcha. Okay, Tej, why do you care about the team?
Because between a anthropomorphic space cat and a fox, both of them come from different worlds than Cal is used to. One comes from a world beyond, one comes from a world of probably a little more magic. Both of them could have access to toys and spells and other things that could help him ultimately, eventually, stop the people who stole the toxin.
Okay. And I will tell you, yes, magic
He
does...
has a lab.
What'd you say?
And he has a lab cat.
Yeah. Sure. I will say magic does exist in this world, although it's not overly common, but, you know, y'all have it. Or maybe. So, okay. Backstory question time. I'm not exactly sure which order to ask these in.
When our team first came together?
Yeah.
It's going to start with the Bulls question, and then goes in order. So it's going to go Bull, Delinquent, Outsider, me.
Yeah, I've got a list for that. That's right.
But we need to ask the Bulls question.
Yes, the Bulls question always gets asked. If there's no Bull, we answer it as a group.
Right. So when our team first came together, we defeated a dangerous enemy. Who or what was it?
The Mechasaur.
Mechasaur!
Because no game is ever complete without the Mechasaur.
Dangerous enemy. Would it be something that Cal would have made me?
No, it would not. The only evil thing that he's made is the toxin. So it would be something, more akin to, like, it could be a big, like a street gang. It could be like a powerful sorcerer. It could be any of that type of deal.
That powerful sorcerer thing sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, I like the concept of like a mid-boss level sorcerer, but because it's magic, it's not something that Cal's ever seen before, and it's probably more powerful magic than Harvard's ever seen before. Sorry, Palmer.
Yeah, thank you. Nobody ever calls me.
Right.
You do realize that if you're getting lectured, he's so calling you Harvard, right?
Oh yeah, that's why he has a name like that. But yeah, I like the sorcerer idea because you said there is magic in this world. Also, Nora, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
I don't think.
Oh, he's getting a.
Yeah, I don't know.
But no, you said there's magic in this world, so the idea of fighting a sorcerer is kind of fun.
All right.
I like it.
Do we name him here?
Yes, we can.
So what? I mean, let's describe this sorcerer. Like, Tej, what was it?
Okay, so this sorcerer, they were actually a sorceress. They were female. They had, about shoulder-length black hair. and we're conducting sort of, I don't want to say fully necromantic, we're doing fully necromantic things, but definitely things that were draining life energy out of people and plants and anything organic. And this sorcerer, again, had that sort of shoulder length, a little bit longer black hair, and was in this full sort of black robe, but instead of being full black, it was trimmed with yellow and yellow triangles.
Wow. Somebody's got their creative juice tonight. Good stuff.
You said yellow triangles, right?
How about I just send you a picture?
Oh, or that.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay, then. There we go. Very
Can't tell if
nice.
that's a Castlevania boss or a Fire Emblem.
It's none of the above.
Oh. Awesome.
Technically, that art is from Suikoden 5. That is Zurase.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, I should have known that. Yeah, that's an awesome game.
Wait, you've actually played Suikoden?
Suikoden's one of my favorite series.
It's a good game.
I think we just became best friends.
Yeah.
It's a really good series.
Yeah, it is.
Too bad it hasn't
absolutely.
had a good entry in a long one.
Right? Okay, so then we actually do skip down to the Outsiders question, right?
I'm pretty
Nope,
sure.
Delinquent's next.
Yeah.
That's not how this has it listed, but okay.
Then if that's the way it has it listed, then go how it has it listed.
Yeah, Bull, Nova, Outsider, Janus, Delinquent, Doom, Legacy, Transform, Protege, Beacon.
Neat. So that means Nora.
So, Nora, as the Outsider, when our team first came together, we didn't trust each other at first, but that changed. How and why?
Well, so what's your character's name, Teach? Sorry, I've been
Cal?
So when Cal found me, I was on his doorstep meowing and scratching at the door. And then, he didn't really care for the black cat, but I daily, hourly, scratched on windows and stuff until he let me in.
Not to. Oh, sorry.
What? Oh,
Not
yeah,
to
go
rock
ahead.
you too much, but I thought this is supposed to be related kind of to the fighting of the enemy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what was there an enemy? Sorry, I've been running in circles.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, so...
I missed that.
So, this is
My
this is
bad.
about our first encounter, or the team's first encounter. We defeated a dangerous enemy, which was a female sorceress,
Okay.
basically casting necromancy.
Oh.
Well, decay magic specifically, but
What'd you say?
Decay magic.
decay magic specifically.
Actually,
not
making things
full-
die.
Yeah, so not full on necromantic. Like
Not-
there was
not
no
raising
raising
the
of the
dead.
dead things. This is like necromancy 102.
As far as you know, anyway.
I'm saying that's what we encountered was
Right.
necromancy 102.
Right.
Well then.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I ripped the dress off the person while
What?
with my claws.
Okay, so again, the question is,
I don't know.
Yeah, when you first came together, you didn't trust each other.
Oh, okay. We didn't trust each other.
You didn't
Okay,
trust each. Yeah, we didn't trust each other at first, but that changed. How and why? Think of that in the context of this fight.
So at the start of the fight, I just sat there like most cats did, and laid around, licked my paws, cleaned myself, and then as the fight was going south, I finally decided to scratch her and give her cat fever or something.
Cat scratch fever. Come
Cat
on.
scratch
Yeah,
fever.
cat scratch her, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, so what you're saying is we didn't trust each other because we have a super genius, a fox, and a cat who are trying to fight a necromantic wizard. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
imagine we didn't trust each other at first. That makes total sense.
I mean, to be fair, I was also afraid the fox was going to eat me.
I mean,
That'd be chickens, not cats.
right, but he doesn't know.
See, now aren't you glad you didn't play the space chicken?
Yes. No,
I was actually
kind
kinda
of
hoping you would, Nora. I was kind of hoping you would.
Oh, trust me, if he was playing the space chicken, the code name for the chemical was going to be Buffalo 50.
Okay, then.
Done.
Yeah.
All right, so
Who says a brain can't have snarky quips?
He's got to think of them.
Right. So, Chan, your question is: we broke something major. We totally broke some major rules to win the fight. What rules did we break? Whose rules were they?
Well, I actually kind of like Nora's idea, where we actually did try to, like, rip her dress in such a way that it would have immodestly revealed her, forcing her to kind of, like, protect herself and lowering her defenses.
We broke public indecency law.
And we
love
also
this.
broke the rules of combat. But, yes.
So the team fights dirty. Got it. Okay.
No. The fox and the cat fight dirty.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry. I'm cleaning myself. I'm clean.
We do have the custom move for that.
Yeah, we have a custom
We
move for
do!
that.
Fresh out the box.
7 to 9, you look fabulous.
Yeah, you look fabulous. All right. I actually have to pull your sheet out because it's not on the GM sheet. Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Raquel, here's your question. When our team first came together, I created something lasting and beneficial for the whole team. What was it?
I mean, I'm tempted to say a giant litter box.
That only benefits one of the
Only
two.
one person.
One of them happens to be potty trained. Just saying.
Thanks.
So the fox mate got the litter box. Gotcha.
Right, yeah, that's what I was thinking too, actually. But okay.
No, what I actually was able to create for the team is a custom vehicle for us that is comfortable for both cat and fox to sit in,
So it has a cardboard box.
and a spot for tails.
Thank you.
Oh,
That's so polite of you.
I just curl mine out.
yes, you have a special spot that's a cardboard box. If you want to be you can be whatever. Describe it however you want to. But the passenger seat in the car has a special slot for the tail.
Which means I'm never driving it. Thanks.
I noticed that the driver's seat doesn't have a special slot for the tail. He just doesn't let you drive.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, that's a. Would you let a fox drive?
See, this is what I mean about people having expectations of.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I mean, to be fair, there's a chance the cat drives the car, and let's just go there.
He's probably old enough.
Yeah, I mean, definitely in cat years.
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh, it also has a milk dispenser.
Okay.
I wasn't ready for the picture.
There is a picture. There's a GIF of a cat driving a car in our Discord channel right now. This is amazing. I'm so happy I've done this. Okay, so I think that's it. Yes.
We have the relationships
We
question.
have
Right. I'm talking
relationships.
about as far as when our team first came together. That's our encounter.
Yes, that is our encounter.
Okay. So, relationship time. Teach. You told blank about your shame and asked them for their confidence.
Well,
I have a
funny thing
feeling
about
this
that
is going to be really easy, but okay.
Oh yeah. So funny thing about that is because I had the lab cat before we encountered the sorcerer. So at that point, I did not realize said lab cat was a space cat. So you know how you want to do with your animals, you just talk when they're there, and if there's someone to listen to you, and they don't talk back. So yes, I 100% told Apollo about my shame and asked for their confidence because at the time, it was a cat. Like I don't expect the cat to tell anybody.
Mm-hmm. So, you wish you could be a better hero, more like blank. If you want to make
have a
up...
default answer here.
What'd you say?
I said we kind of have a default answer here if I want to go with with Palmer, and I actually am going to go here on the simple fact of I look at Harvard here, and I see someone who isn't doing this for recognition, isn't doing this for fame, isn't doing this to try and make amends for something they did. Is doing this because, as far as I know, they want to, and they're doing it for, as far as I can tell, the right reasons. So I want to be more like that because eventually I'd like to get to the point where I don't have to worry about what I did. I just have to worry about what I can do.
Nice.
Ooh, that's inspiring.
That is inspiring. I like that. Okay.
And you both get influence because I only get to give it
I
to
was gonna say, yeah, he had influence over, or you have to give 2 influence to. So Palmer and Apollo, you guys have influence over Cal. So write that on your sheets.
Yay. Change my name.
And then before we go, we also have to do what moves did everybody take? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the fun part.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Might as well do it all in one shot. So yeah, Tej, what moves did you start off with?
Well, as the brain, I get to actually choose 3 moves.
Mm-hmm.
So the first move I picked is Logical Angle. When you comfort or support somebody by rationally pointing out their mistakes so they can do better next time, roll superior instead of mundane. If they do not open up to you, mark a condition. On sort of that same concept, we've also got Always Prepared. When you have a chance to restock your supplies, hold up to 2 gadgets. When you unleash your powers by producing a brand new minor invention or gadget from your supply, spend 1 gadget and roll plus superior. When you reach 0 gadgets, mark a condition.
I like that one because it makes it feel like you've used your last gadget. Like, oh, I don't have one now. You don't feel as prepared.
Yeah, and the final move I took is Tactical Genius. When you point out the obvious flaw in a known enemy's plan, roll plus Savior. On a hit, you're right, and another teammate of my choice can take advantage. They get +1 ongoing to act on your information. On a 7 to 9, pick 1. You miss something important, the GM will tell you what. You look like a show-off, your chosen teammate takes influence over you, and you lose influence over them. Or you make your teammate feel make your teammates feel like a little more than pawns. Your chosen teammate marks a condition. On a miss, you've played into your enemy's hands. Watch their trap spring.
Nice. Cool.
For the record, I am totally going to be pairing that up with Dangerous Web from the Janus playbook. Just saying. Oh, wait, no, I can't, because as the brain, you can only take moves from your own playbook. That's right.
Oh, no.
If I take Dangerous Web, we can pair it up together, whatever.
Actually, that's not true. One of your advances is take a Sanctuary from the Doom playbook.
Right, but you don't get moves. You only get moves from
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Weird. So, let's go with our delinquent. Back to Palmer. Palmer, you keep trying to impress Blank with your antics.
On this, I'm actually going to say that I'm trying to impress Cal with my antics.
Okay.
Because I am jealous of it.
And then you and Blank pull off an awesome, if illegal, stunt together.
I actually like the idea of using Apollo for this, because he probably doesn't really know the norms well enough to argue about it.
Oh, goodness.
So yeah, that makes for an easy partner.
I'm just picturing those two stole the car, which we need a really cool name for, and went completely joyriding. And there's just a picture because Apollo has radical shapeshifting of Apollo just shapeshifting his bottom half into that of a teenager and mooning people as they drive by.
Right.
That's about right. I go with that.
Picturing.
So influence, you care way more than you let on. Give 3 teammates your influence. So hey,
Yeah. Also, why is there an extra 35 miles in the car?
Right, exactly.
Because we tried to drive it in reverse. And it did.
And why am I picking up litter box granules?
I didn't want to stop.
Meow.
Exactly. All right, so what three moves did you take?
Yeah, lots of nice choices. The ones I take immediately is Criminal Mind.
Yes.
So when you assess a situation, you can always ask one of the following. Like, what are your useful or valuable? How can I best infuriate or provoke somebody? And what's the best way in or past? I'm also taking, are you watching closely? So when you mislead, distract, or trick someone, roll superior. On hit, they're fooled. On the leash of the moment, on 10 plus, choose 3, etc., etc. So, kind of fun there. And I get to choose one more. And I kind of want to choose Troublemaker. So I think I will. And that's when you help a teammate through destructive, criminal, or rule-breaking actions. You give them a +2 instead of +1. When you spin a team from the...
Okay. All right, Apollo.
Meow.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. You've been learning about Earth by spending time with, that's Cal. Pretty sure. Unless you wanted to be someone else.
I'm sorry, what was the thing?
You've been learning about Earth by spending time with blank.
Oh, yeah, Cal.
Okay. You have a crush on blank, but you keep it under wraps.
The kitty down the street.
Okay.
Oh, God. That's Athena, right?
Yes.
It has to be.
Right. Okay, choose your demeanor. Haughty or cheerful?
He's a cat. He's haughty. I mean, is there any other answer?
If you're haughty, you think you're better than them. Give no one influence.
Ooh.
All right, so what 3 moves did you take from the Outsider's playbook?
Not so different after all. When you talk about your home, roll plus freak. On a 10 plus, choose 2. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. During the conversation, you confess a flaw of your home, add one to the team pool, mislead them about your home, take influence over the team. Describe the glories of your home, clear a condition. On a miss, you inadvertently reveal more about yourself than you planned. Tell them a secret or vulnerability you haven't shared with Earthlings before now.
Okay.
Alien ways.
Behind the ears.
Yeah, damn straight. Alien ways. Whenever you openly disregard or undermine an important Earth custom in favor of your own people's customs, shift superior up and any other label down. And then the best of them. When you comfort or support someone by telling them how they exemplify the best parts of Earth, roll plus freak instead of plus mundane.
It's actually really sweet.
Indeed. All right.
That's awesome, but at the same time, I'm a little disappointed you don't have a Kirby craft. I just want the cat on a hoverboard.
You have a car. I didn't think that was necessary.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Season 2.
Season 2, yes. Exactly.
Maybe in the crossover episode.
Right. So, I think we're kind of done with the character creation, aren't we?
I think we might be.
It sounds about right.
So maybe I'd like to do a little bit of world building because I do need some help figuring out what I'm going to do exactly with this. So, here's my first question. This one is going to go to Cal and Palmer because Apollo can't actually do this per se. Do either of you go to school?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Cal has graduated because, he's way too smart for that. He technically also should have a bachelor's degree, but college was also boring, and then the whole thing with the toxin, which, by the way, is the prototype name for the drug was DP50. So he's been sort of focusing on that.
Right. Okay. So, would you say you guys knew each other before this first? I mean, it feels like based on the answers here, you guys had to have known each other beforehand.
Well, I mean, if they didn't go to school with me, I'm not sure when or where I would have met them.
Oh, I did go to school. I just don't currently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that could be that he just graduated recently, even, if you'd like to say.
Yeah.
It is possible. We could have gone to school earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Huh. That's weird. Okay, yeah, so, would you guys all, well, I know, again, Apollo, not necessarily. Apollo, how long have you been on this planet with Cal?
3 Earth years.
Okay.
So you have definitely met the rest of the family, because he will definitely bring the cat around for holidays and things like that. So you've at least met Cal's little brother Daniel.
Little brother Daniel, okay.
His last name is Porter, hence the DP50.
Was that the code name that Cal gave the chemical?
That was the code name that Cal was giving the chemical. Yes.
Okay. Does the 50 actually stand for anything, or just?
It's Cal being funny.
Gotcha.
Because he's trying to reverse engineer botulinum toxin.
Right.
And when you're dealing with drugs, they have a thing called LD50, which is lethal dose 50, which
Right.
is the amount needed to kill 50% of the population. So it's a little tongue-in-cheek reference to that.
Gotcha. Okay. So he's not even going to college then, is he? He's just...
He very well could have, but then again, the whole DP50 thing started, and he's like, nope, I need to focus my efforts on that.
Gotcha. All right. Palmer, what's the home life like?
Unsurprisingly busy. When you have that many brothers and sisters, things are kind of crazy, but Mom and Dad keep it pretty controlled.
What is the breakdown of brothers versus sisters?
I want to say that there are 4 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay. Which one's younger than you?
Younger than me is a brother.
Okay. Apollo, do you stay in Cal's house for the most part, or do you go wander off all the time? Are you like an outdoors cat or a house cat?
A bit of both. Kind of like, just come and go as I please, kind of.
What's it? You really think I can control him?
It's a cat. Like, seriously.
Yeah, and?
I'm surprised the one I'm watching hasn't jumped up to say hello yet.
More or less, when I want to go outside, I scratch the door and tell him let outside. Which I'm sure at this point there's automatic cat doors.
Oh, there's an automatic thing, and he knows you're smart enough. That's the button. Push it when you want to leave.
Exactly.
It's the thing about actually having a cat who can understand you, isn't it? Okay.
Oh, I forgot one little caveat to the cat.
Yes?
He can choose who can hear him.
Oh, nice.
It's either meows or actual speaking.
Gotcha. I'm going to actually write that in abilities.
And I know Nora and I have discussed this, but I'm saying this right now, and this is 100% canon. The cat sounds like Nick Bakay.
Who's he?
I don't. Salem.
Nick Bakay is the voice of Salem from
Oh!
Teenage Witch.
I should have known this, because I liked that show. That was an awesome cat voice, too. I am more excited now to have this character on our team.
I am too.
Awesome. Okay.
I was not ready for this.
I'm waiting for the Apollo. If you don't start listening right now, I'm going to make one phone call and I'll have you be an extra in a horrible teenage drama starring Caroline Ray.
Oh God.
Nice.
I'm sorry. Who hurt you that bad?
Keep it up. I'll downgrade it to Tim Allen.
Right.
No!
And it will
Oh.
be a holiday special.
Oh God.
That's
Why?
the name. We're gonna call the society on you.
Apollo starts dialing.
ASPAS, yeah.
Okay.
My name's Apollo. I'd like to report a cat abuse.
Who's the
Who are
cat?
you?
I am.
Me?
Okay.
I'm sure they get more of those calls than
Yeah. Especially because they have, like, there are actually anthro cats walking around here and there. Because this is one of my cities.
Indeed.
Okay. I think that's all I need at the moment. Just want to get, anything else about your backstories you feel like should come out right about now?
Yeah, I'm good. Also known for I haven't written it yet.
Fair. Because, I mean, we did just bring this on you, what, 6 o'clock?
I was standing behind home plate getting hit with baseballs when y'all brought this up.
Right.
So yeah.
And I don't
the thing
have.
is, and then you came up with a perfect idea.
Oh, I love it. So bad. Yes.
I mean, you didn't think of that. I mean, that was my first thought. Is I'm not going to make.
I was stuck on the chicken for the longest time.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, I think the fact that we didn't get the chicken, you can call us pretty clucky.
I guess the only thing I'd like to say about my backstory is that my family doesn't actually know what I do, obviously, because they don't pay attention.
That is actually good to know.
Mine knows that I'm lost in my lab all day. They don't necessarily know I'm out doing the hero shtick. When I say they don't, I mean my little brother Daniel knows because, oh my god, my brother's a superhero and I have this debilitating disease where I can't do anything. That's awesome!
So you're kind of Dexter.
Like Dexter's
Without the
Laboratory?
annoying sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the serial killer.
I mean,
But that would be an interesting storyline too.
yeah, it could be reformed easily, right?
Yes.
That'd be one heck of a reformed serial killer to superhero. Yeah.
It happens. Look at Deadpool.
I mean, weapons and martial abilities are one of the abilities in the Reformed playbook.
Absolutely.
Christian Bale does play Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
And that's Apollo. He's Catman.
I'm Catman.
Who's actually a really lame superhero.
Or, as other people would hear it, meow, meow, meow.
Yeah, meows seductively.
Meow.
Who knew we'd have Catwoman on this stream?
Meow, 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 meow.
Ooh, they're serving dinner on TV. I want some.
Oh, I have so many horrible, horrible jokes ready to go for when the cat's being bad.
Okay, then. Well.
Let's have a deck of cards with the pull one out. Okay, and today's joke is...
Cal just turns on the TV. Yeah, Cal just turns on the TV to old things. You see that? You see that picture? That is Eartha Kitt. You keep it up, I will donate you to be her costume.
I'm not even that big.
Well, you might want to behave then.
Yeah, but you can shapeshift, and we'll force you to before we do it.
You're telling me that I can't whip something up in 15 minutes that would cause you to shapeshift to be 6 feet tall so I can get a perfect coat?
Goodness, this gets dark.
Wow.
So what's your shame? Well,
Right, yeah, we changed that. Like, I don't really care about that anymore.
Meanwhile, Bob Barker appears on the TV.
yeah, I provide the
remember the man
costumes for the Halle Berry Catwoman movie.
Oh, that is a shame.
Yeah.
That's walk you down the street naked ringing a bell shame.
Right. Ouch.
Did you just go Game of Thrones on me?
I think
I
he
did
did.
go Game of Thrones on you.
I think he did. Alright, so I'm going to trust
I
you.
sure see what you did there.
So I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and, like, fill out your sheets yourselves and whatnot, but... Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm done. The only thing I've already done all of mine. We are good.
Cool.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, as I said...
I found a cute picture.
Yeah, I saw that. It's adorable.
Yay!
Yeah, and I have a picture of Cal, but it's on my desktop.
I scribbled up something of sync here, but I'll have to make a better one.
Also, because we didn't announce it during the actual stuff, I only announced it to you guys in Discord. Cal's hero name is Tristitia.
Tristitia. Okay.
Yes, Tristitia it's a double entendre because it is the Latin word for shame. But also, if you go deeper into the translation, it could also be a Latin translation for the word gravity,
Nice.
as in the gravity of a situation.
Right.
Right.
But it's a double entendre for what he's created and the powers, the gauntlets that he wields.
Wow. I just understood the back to the joke when they talk about things being heavy. It means that there's like a lot of gravity to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You just got that.
My world has been opened up.
Wow.
This is heavy.
Well, I feel like that's a great place to end this session. So, thank you guys all for watching. I don't know when we're going to run this, because I got a lot of things to think about. Or maybe not, really.
Let's be honest. We're going to bug OPT and he's going to do this Tuesday.
That's not going to... I can guarantee you Tuesday's not going to happen.
That can't be a thing.
So, but no, at some point probably. But, yeah, we'll get back to Caelus City at some point. Our awesome futurist. By the way, in case you're wondering, Caelus, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. At least I watched a video that said that's how you pronounce it. So that's what I'm going with. It's actually Latin for sky. Or at least so it is when I looked it up on Google, as in I typed in Latin for sky, and that's what came up, so...
Yeah, it is one of the Latin words for sky, yes.
Yeah,
There's another commonly used Latin word for sky that if you are a video game nerd at all, you will recognize.
Yeah, but I like the way this one sounded, so...
Well, Sora City doesn't sound nearly as good.
Right, exactly. Sora City, yeah, absolutely. Alright, anyway, thank you guys all for watching. As I said, this will be run at some point. Who knows? Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.